morning. Um, my name is Nikki Morrow, and I did not grow up in Christ Episcopal Church like my husband Scott and coming here forever like his family and some of you, but I do like to think that and know that this is where my faith has grown up, so to speak. I grew up going to several different churches between going with my mom and my grandmother and friends, and so I've really found a church home here through the church, with God through the church. And I hope that by their experience here and getting to be part of this church community and this church family, that it's going to prepare them to serve Christ in what they do and to also go into the world and be good stewards with their resources that they have. When we are being stewards of the church, we're helping to look after the world for God. I had read that recently, and I thought that's just a really nice way of putting it. You're helping to look after the world for God. We can be good stewards for God with our money and with our time. Sure, like many of you, sometimes you wonder if your resources are enough or will they matter. I know I often think about that, especially as we're youth group leaders, and when I'm not thinking really silly things like, are we cool enough for these kids? Do we know what song they're talking about? They're talking about these sneakers that just dropped. What are those? So when I'm not thinking about really silly things like that, I do think about things like, are we giving enough of them? Are we teaching enough? Are we showing God's love enough? So about a month and a half ago, we went on our mission trip to New Orleans this last summer, and so I was really able to kind of see that and experience that and put this lesson of 5 loaves and 2 fish into practice, just seeing that. And so when we were on the trip and getting prepared for the trip, you have everything that life can throw you happens before you're trying to leave to go out of town. So Scott and I had really kind of experienced that in the weeks leading up to this trip, and especially that week. And so I know as I was preparing for it, I just kind of kept thinking, oh my goodness, I hope that my heart is open enough. I hope I have the energy. I hope I have the patience. We were in a van for 8+ hours with 9 kids. I had no idea what I was going to hear, see, or smell. And so I just really prayed that I had enough patience. I had enough of what God was expecting from me. And we did. God brought us together on that trip, and we thought that we were coming on bended knee with just 5 loaves and 2 fish, and wondering, is that going to be enough? But God did make it enough. And we really saw that when the kids were doing their activities and working with the kids in that community. You really saw that spread throughout what they were doing through them and to those other children. And so God did give us enough. We came with those 5 loaves, and they had a stick of butter on them, and the fish had Creole sauce on them. But God did feed us spiritually, and our youth fed others with God's love. So in doing these things and being good stewards with whatever you have, whether it's being able to provide money, your time, or resources, we are realizing